Welcome back, everybody, to another segment of At the Office. Here with Anthony and Warren. Cole kicking it today. Today's segment's about Sunday, February 2nd. Super Bowl Sunday.
A special Sunday.
Man, this is one of the most epic Sundays of the year. Too bad it happens early in the year. But one of the most epic Sundays that we have during the regular year, and I think it's a little bit extra special this year because there's no Patriots in it.
True, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
A little different this year.
A little different.
I
think
different.
so. It's the Chiefs and the Niners. But to me, I think it almost like you wanna. I think not just me, because I love sports, right? We wouldn't be doing this if we didn't love sports all the way around.
Correct.
But last year's Super Bowl was hard to watch.
Yeah, it was.
It was hard.
Yeah.
To watch that Super Bowl, and it wasn't because it was just a brutal beating. It was just I'll dare say it, a terrible Super Bowl.
A snore fest.
It was terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
And it wasn't like it was a game of defense or it was just okay, each team is just running up all these points. It was just a horrible, it was really subpar for Brady, but it was just a terrible Super Bowl.
Right.
But I think there's a lot more hype around it this year.
Yeah, most definitely.
And I feel part of it is because the Pats aren't in it.
Yeah, I can agree with that. To touch a little bit on last year's Super Bowl, I blame it on Gurley, to be honest. I mean, we know. I mean, we're fantasy aficionados. You know what I mean? Like we do this fantasy stuff. You know what I mean? This is what we do. So, I mean, the guy was a killer, and then later in the second half of the season, that fool just tailed off. And then it was just. In the Super Bowl, it was just like, where's Gurley at? And honestly, I think if I'm remembering it right, his backup had a better game than he did.
C.J. Anderson.
Yeah, C.J. Anderson.
C.J. Anderson had a whole better postseason.
Yeah.
Than he did.
Yeah, and it was just odd, I mean, the guy was a superstar, and then just we were all like, "What's up with Gurley? What's up with Gurley? What's up with Gurley?" And he was a no-show and probably the biggest game of his career, but. That's last year. That's last year's Super Bowl. That was Patriots, Brady's last Super Bowl. Maybe with the Patriots, we'll see going forward. But
I think so.
It's we're going into a new era, and it's feeling like it's going to be the Niner era.
The new era. That's L-Jack's Twitter handle.
He had a nice Pro Bowl. He had a nice Pro Bowl. Yeah. But he ain't in this game. So
that's all right.
But touch back to what you said. There is a lot of hype on this game. One being because the Patriots are not in it. And then two, I feel like the Super Bowl got it right. I think it's honestly you could look at both of these teams and be like, these are the best two teams in the NFL.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And so the matchup that we're getting this Sunday it's going to be prime time. You know what I mean? You have Mahomes on one side, which is the best quarterback in the NFL right now. Arguably you could say it's Lamar, but it's the two best quarterbacks in the league right now, playing at the top of their game. And then you got San Francisco, that just developed this nasty defense now. You know what I mean? That D line is just it's something to watch each week. These guys go out there and they just ball out. You know what I mean? The way Aaron Rodgers looked during the NFC Championship game, the dude was scared. I've never seen Aaron Rodgers look like that. The Niners had him shook. And so it's going to be a compelling matchup on Sunday. It's I can't wait to see it. You know what I mean? And then you got two coaches that are offensive geniuses. You got Shanahan that is just he's looking like a young protege. That's just going to be amazing for years to come. And then you got the OG and Andy Reid. You know what I'm saying? That he probably showed Shanahan a lot of the ropes, and Shanahan took a lot of stuff from his game. And, it's just there's a lot of different storylines from this game. And then you got the tight ends. You got Kittle. And you got
two of the best
Kelsey.
Tight ends in the league.
It's just storylines all over. And honestly, I can't wait. I can't wait. I mean, me being a Niner fan, I just can't wait. It's going to be, I think it's going to be an awesome game.
Yeah, I'm excited. I noticed I noticed Shanahan didn't stop running the ball the second half against the Packers, which was kind of funny to me for some random reason. So
He learned.
so, yeah, I'll give it to him. He learned. He learned. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, Andy Reid's only been to the Super Bowl once,
yeah.
and that was against the Pats when he was coaching the Eagles.
Yeah.
And we seen what happened there. So
Yeah, sure did.
he has a lot to prove, but I think Shanahan has just as much to prove.
Yeah, most definitely. They both had downfalls in this game, to be honest. So you hit that right on the head. Right on the head.
This is big for their legacy.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say more so Andy Reid's legacy than
Yeah.
Shanahan, because I mean Andy Reid's coming to the last stretch of his career. I mean, I wouldn't say it's going to be over next year, the year after, but he's passed. He's passed 3/4 of his career easily. So we'll see, because he needs it.
Yeah, he does.
Right? He's
solidify his career.
yeah, solidify his career. I mean, I'll give it to him. He's a Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah.
Without question. But he needs that. He needs this Super Bowl.
Most definitely.
But I'm calling it right now. I'm going with the Niners.
Okay.
And it's funny because a lot of people are gonna laugh, but I mean, there's the Simpsons that predicted the Niners were going to win in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And some people say, "Whoa, Niners are wearing white uniforms, now, but they, in the Simpsons they were wearing the gold in the red." Yeah. Okay. But then we have the Madden curse. I think the only person to win a Super Bowl on being on Madden was Gronk. I know he made the Super Bowl, but I'm pretty sure. No, I think that was the year. Was that the year that the Eagles beat them? I have to look. Possibly. But the only person I can think of that really ever made it to the Super Bowl like that, because Brady didn't. When Brady was on there, I think that was the year he got beat by the Broncos.
In the AFC Championship game? Okay.
Yep. So there's the big whole conspiracy theory about the Madden curse.
Right.
But then there was a photo we were looking at the other day where Drake was wearing his.
Man, amongst everything, that's what scares me the most. Seriously, seeing Drake in that Niner jacket, that man is just.
That was from years ago, man.
It is years ago, but he is bad luck though.
But I think y'all have ridden out the Drake curse up until last year. So
well, yeah, I think he kind of got over the hump with the whole Toronto thing, because I mean he always wears Toronto apparel. So I mean they ended up winning the NBA Finals last year. So hopefully, man.
But I think the Simpsons will overrule, along with the Madden curse, overrule the whole Drake curse.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I mean, that's all the off the field things. I think if we look on the field a little bit, I think the Niners will win. The only reason why I would pick the Niners in this game is just defensively, because I feel like in this game, in the Super Bowl, defense always stands true. You know what I mean? It's always really what puts you over the hump. Most of the teams that play the best defense in this game usually win the game. And the biggest thing that's always overlooked in this game is the 2-week layoff or the week layoff. And what that does to offenses. A lot of offenses lose rhythm. You know what I mean? And I mean, in the NFL, in all sports, you want to keep that momentum. You want to keep that rhythm. And, Mahomes has been in that rhythm ever since the Houston game when they were down 24-0. Like, he put them on his back, and he took off ever since. So, that week off, shouldn't be underestimated, especially for teams that are, they're built off their offense. So that's what Kansas City is. They're built off their offense. So, I think the Niners will do just enough, though. I think it's going to be, either way, it's going to be a classic. I don't think nobody wins in a blowout. I think the Niners won in a close one, like they've done all season long. I could just name several games where you're at the edge of your seat. Like the last game of the season, we were at Twin Peaks watching the Seattle game. Like, dude, that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the Super Bowl ends like that, that's how you want the Super Bowl to end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that was an awesome game. So, yeah, I expect the Niners to win, and the D line to be the deciding factor. I think they're going to get after Mahomes crazy. And honestly, I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say D Ford gets MVP.
Really?
Yeah, D Ford, the former Chief.
Oh, you know how insulting that would be just to add that insult to injury if D Ford got it, because he was the reason why they didn't make it last year.
Exactly.
Oh man.
But all the talk Frank Clark's been doing, I mean, he's been doing a lot of talking.
He was doing a lot of talking last week though too, or
true.
a couple weeks ago with the whole Derrick Henry situation.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're backing it up. I think the main concern that Saleh has in front of him is covering Tyreek. That's going to be. I mean, because I you know more than anybody, I love Sherm.
Yeah.
I've loved Richard Sherman for years, but I mean that
speed.
You're not no. They're going to have to double team him, and they're going to try to exploit it. You know, they still have McCole Hardman. You have Sammy Watkins. You kind of take him with a grain of salt. But if Sammy Watkins comes out and plays like he did week 1.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
I mean.
But that's when Tyreek went down, too, though.
That is when Tyreek went down. But if Sammy Watkins can show up like that, but we're talking about 18 weeks ago.
Pretty much.
And he's been non-existent ever since. So hopefully Sammy will show up for him. But I think with the running game, though, I mean, adding Suggs was huge.
Definitely.
Huge for them to go ahead and pick up Suggs, because the San Francisco running game has just been crazy.
Yeah, they've been crushing it.
Mostert's been showing you just things that people never saw or never thought was possible with him.
Truly.
You know, you have Jerick McKinnon, then you picked up, Tevin Coleman. I mean, Mostert, you were just kind of like, okay, cool, I guess.
Right.
You know, no one.
Special teams player.
Yeah, he wasn't on anybody's radar to be who he is now, which I think is amazing.
Yeah.
But with going into the season with picking up Tevin Coleman for peanuts almost. I mean, $8 million I think they signed him for.
Something like that, yeah.
But Shanahan knowing and working with him and then having that relationship from the Falcons.
Yeah.
You know, you would think that Coleman would be a lot more impactful, but it's been Mostert. But then you also have Debo too.
Yeah, Debo, and then Emmanuel Sanders picked up mid-season. You have Kendrick Bourne that stepped up his game. Then you got Juice. You know, Juice recently won an award as the most underrated offensive weapon in the league. You know, like the dude he slept on, but Juice, he's nice.
Yeah, because you seen when he went down early in the season, week 3, 4.
Yeah, something like that.
Something around there. You seen how the running game was affected.
Yeah, it was
out of him. Yeah, it was struggling.
Yeah,
because Mostert was going off, and then Coleman was going off. And then because you had Juice right there, Juice went down, and you just seen it right there. I think was it the Seattle game?
I believe so. Yeah, it was. Yeah, because we didn't have Kittle and we didn't have Juice.
But I want to say he went down. It was either the Seattle game or the game before the Seattle game.
It was. Yeah, I believe we went into. It might have been the Arizona game.
No, that was that was Halloween.
Kittle got hurt in the Arizona game. Yeah, but it was one of those. It was, but I know we did play Seattle without him though. Yeah, Juice and Kittle didn't play, so it was around that timeline. So,
but you seen how the running game just kind of it was affected.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it was majorly affected, but it was a big hit to that running game, and you seen it from the first half compared to the second half, because the second half it kind of just dove.
Right.
So I mean, I'm not surprised he got most underrated.
Yeah.
Because he's one of the few dudes that really still play a true fullback position.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. Yeah.
Because the fullback position is a dying position.
It's non-existent in today's NFL. Yeah.
So for him, I'm not surprised whatsoever.
Nah, he's definitely a weapon, and the thing about it is Shanahan just knows how to use him perfectly. You know, like Shanahan is just the guy's just a wizard, man. Like he could just, I swear, he's the type of guy that you want if you're playing sandlot football. You know, he'll draw a play in the dirt. Like, dude, you do this, you do that, you do this. Trust me, this guy right here is gonna be wide open. Just throw it. You know what I mean? And I think Jimmy G benefits off that so much. You know?
Absolutely.
You know, it's like Shanahan just holds the man's hand. Like he just walks him through it. Like, look, bro, I'm gonna have the safety move this much. This guy's gonna come open a little bit. You just gotta thread the throw. It's gonna be wide open, you know? And that's the beautiful thing about Shanahan. And I mean, he's done it everywhere he's been. You know what I mean? Like Atlanta hasn't been the same since he left.
Well, we went through a couple different coordinators. some not as good as others. But I'll give it to him. You know, he is an offensive genius. I mean, we were looking at a video the other day about when he was standing right next to the ref during the Packers game.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, look, he's going to hold my guy, watch him. Yeah. And then he kind of just walked away. And then what the ref see? He seen Kittle get held up and called it. You know, he's a special talent.
Yeah, he is.
He's a special talent. You know, a lot of people were kind of – the people that are still out on Jimmy G were giving him a lot of scrutiny last week because he only threw a handful of passes,
which is ridiculous.
But it was like, why did you want Atlanta? Did you want a repeat of Atlanta?
Right.
Like why?
Right.
You know, well, he only threw how many completions did he have? 8?
I think he had a total of 8. I think like 6 completions or something.
Yeah, 6
like
for
that.
8. And, you know, well, he only threw this much. Well, did he need to throw more?
That right there to me is the definition of unfair criticism. You know what I mean? It's like you have a running game that got you the lead to 24-0 that's completely dominating, and Green Bay has showed nothing to stop the run. You know, why throw the ball? You don't need to throw the football. We're dominating the football game. There's no need to throw it. They haven't showed nothing to this point where they can stop a simple handoff where guys just running up the middle for 30-yard, 40-yard chunks, you know? And then they unfairly criticize Jimmy G for only throwing the ball 8 times. Like
it's not broke, don't fix it. Did you not?
It's common sense.
You just want to just point back to the Atlanta Super Bowl.
Right.
Because I mean, it was 28-3. Only thing you had to do, and I'm not trying to steal the spotlight, but the only thing you had to do is continue to run the ball.
Yeah, like what was the Freeman was having a day.
Yeah, he was going to be MVP.
Yeah,
the whole first half, he was looking MVP.
Dude was having a day, and I love Shanahan, but he blew that one. Like he blew that game.
Well, he seems like he learned from it. So this is going to be exciting. I'm going to be tuned all the way in for this one.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's kind of felt like the Super Bowl had a lot of air taken out of it.
Yeah.
Because of the whole Kobe, you know, unfortunate Kobe situation that happened earlier in the week. But, you know, they're still trying to push through it.
Yeah.
Right. So.
And I think we need this though. I think a lot of people need this game to just get their minds off things and, you know, begin the healing process. To be honest.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, with such devastating news, it's just like I said, man. 9/11 happened. You had kickoff of the NFL season to just bring people back together and have people heal. You know, this devastating news of Kobe. You know, thankfully the Super Bowl is a few days away. It's something to get people's minds off it and just, like I said, just begin the healing. You know, it's something that the world needs right now, to be honest.
Yeah. So we're excited. Go ahead and give us your Super Bowl predictions. Who's going to win? Who's going to be MVP? Man, I don't know who's. To me, I don't. If it's going to be on if the Chiefs get that deciding, you can't really. I mean, to me, I can't tell on either side.
For MVP?
For MVP.
If the Chiefs win, I think it'll be Mahomes.
I mean, you would think so, but I mean, if Tyreek goes off and just has just some amazing game, it's possible. Or
Could
Kelsey.
Yeah.
I mean, you have 3 solid options. I mean, Mahomes probably is going to be the front runner.
Right.
But I mean, for the Niners, even on the Niners side,
it's all over.
you can't. It's going to come down to maybe a few select plays that really defines the MVP of this game.
Yeah.
So comment, let us know your Super Bowl predictions. Who's going to win? Throw in the score. I'm interested to see who's going to comment scores.
I'm down for that.
Also, go ahead and who's going to be MVP? Who should be MVP? Is Shanahan going to make the same mistakes that he did in the past, or is Andy Reid going to make the same mistakes he made in the past? Thank you guys for tuning in. Check out our studio sponsor, Red Pill Station. They are on Instagram, Red Pill Station. They also have YouTube as well. If you like outside of the box thinking for everyday situations that's going on. They're not just a sports channel. They got a lot of different content for a lot of different stuff just going on around the world as well. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Let them know we sent you over there. And check out our social medias, Real at the Office on Instagram and Twitter. We appreciate everybody tuning in today. Hope everybody enjoys the Super Bowl, and we'll catch you on the next one.